Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel again. So if this is your first time, thank you so much for visiting my channel. My name is Neme, and in here I talk about my faith, I talk about hair. Yes, I do a lot of hair care content in here. Also I talk about lifestyle, societal norms, what people talk about generally, and I share my own opinion about those things. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I want to talk about something that let me just put a disclaimer out there. What I'm going to talk about today is my own opinion. Today I'm going to be talking about is it really necessary to change your name to bear your husband's name? So changing your name from your father's name to your husband's name, how important is it? Is it really necessary? Do you have to do that? And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So watch to the end to find out my thoughts. Like I said, it's my opinion and it's not a rule I'm giving out there. So that's why I want to hear your own thoughts and your own reasons. If you don't want to change your name, what's your reason? What's the reason behind it? If you're changing your name to your husband, what's your reason? So for me, I would start with what I came across Mouse Mirror's message recently concerning this. It's not a complete message. I think it's just a snippet of what he talked about on marriage, and he mentioned something about that. So in his message, he said that whenever you get married, you lose your name, and whoever you get married to is responsible for you. And he says when you get married and you use a hyphenated name, or you use your father's name, and you just maintain your father's name, that means you are not totally submitted to the marriage. You're not totally submitted to your husband. And he also said that the man might have problem thinking that the woman is not completely his. So for me, I think I kind of agree totally with Mouse Mirror when he said that if you when you use a hyphenated name, to me, I feel that you're not totally submitting to your husband or to your partner. And he also said this scripture that says a man will leave his wife and a man will leave his parents, his mother and father, and cleave to his wife. So it just means that you are supposed to, I don't think it's just the man that is leaving the mother and father. I think it's the other way around. The woman also leaves her mother and father to cleave to her husband. So if you are leaving your parents, you're leaving your family to start a new family, why can't you drop the name? Some women think or believe that their name is a form of identity, is a form of defining who they are. Oh, this is me. This is what makes me me. My name is me. My name defines who I am. Your name doesn't necessarily define you or have to define you. I mean, a lot of people change names these days. Oh, my father gave me Usobu, for instance, and I want to change it to Barbara. It doesn't mean that the other name has defined me earlier on. I mean, people change names for different reasons, not just for marriage. So I don't think that your name has a way of defining you. Your identity isn't found in the name that you were given. Your identity isn't found in what the society has said. It's not found in what you do, actually, your success or even your failure. Your identity isn't found in that. So I don't think that your identity should be found in what you are called. So if you're saying the reason why I'm keeping my name, my father's name, is because this defines me, this tells people who I am, necessarily, I don't support that. I don't think that's a good reason why you should keep your father's name. Marriage doesn't necessarily define you or prove that you are important or make you look responsible in the society. So for instance, after I got married, I call my husband Odogu, and I started saying Wunye Odoku, and somebody my Odogu, I started saying Wunye Odogu. I got that correctly. Please, if you are Igbo and watching this, don't laugh. Thank you very much in advance for not laughing. So I kind of started saying that after we got married. It doesn't now mean that now I've gotten married. Marriage has defined me. I've now forgotten another name. I'm calling myself. I don't even believe that marriage has a way of defining someone or making you look important. Because this person is single and this person is married, there's no one that is better than the other. It's just that this person happens to get married before the other person. marriage has its benefits. Actually, I'm not saying that marriage doesn't have its benefits, but I'm just saying that marriage doesn't also define you. Some people actually live to keep their father's name because of their status, and because I'm an actor, I'm a writer, like someone well known in the society, so they've always known me to be Chineme Iduma, and I decided to leave it that way because that's how people know me. And changing it to my husband's name, I just mean that I might lose my identity or how I'm known in the society. Oh well, I don't know about that. I still believe that you can change your name to bear your husband's name and still be well known in the society. I mean, the big people that we know, the big guys that we know out there that are married, Omoni Obodi, that's her husband's name is Obodi, and I don't even know what she was called before then. The people that we know, most people that we know in the industry these days, some of them actually kept their father's name, they hyphenated the name, but some people just change automatically to their husband's name, and we got used to it. I mean, change is a constant thing, so people will just get used to the name if you change it. So if you're saying, oh, I'm keeping my name because people are already used to Chineme Eduma, the truth is that whenever you decide to change your name, people also get used to that name. So I don't think that is an enough reason why you should not change your name. Somebody might ask, what if the two parties, the couple has agreed that the woman should keep her name? It's fine. I'm not even here to give any rules or regulations. The first thing I would advise is that you have a meaningful conversation with your partner. Let me pause on that and say this. After they got married, a friend of mine sent me a message and asked me if I was going to change my name from Chineme Iduma to Chineme Ubogu. And I told her that I'm going to change it to Chineme Ubogu. She was like, oh, that she doesn't think, that I think she wants to still maintain her name, that's her father's name, on her document, because she has an organization and had her father's name, that the whole process of changing name and everything, that she just wants for now, she still wants to be her name. Then when she does all of that, she will change it. I'm like, it's fine, or if you and your spouse have had that conversation and it doesn't have any issue with that, then it is fine. So let it be a meaningful conversation with your partner. If you choose to keep your name, whatever reason it might be that you want to keep your name, let it be that you and your partner have that conversation and it's really honest with you. If your partner doesn't have a problem with it, why should the society have a problem with it? Really, I just gave my own opinions why I don't think you should keep your father's name. Some people feel that they have to be attached to their family. Some people feel that, oh, if I drop my father's name, I would miss him, I will not be attached to my family again, I would totally leave them, blah 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 blah. But keeping it means that I'm still with my family, I can still see them, I can still have access to them, I still have a good relationship with my family. Whatever works for you. I don't think so. I don't bear my father's name again, and I still have good rapport, good relationship with my family, and I don't feel like I'm not a part of Iduma's family again. The truth is, I am still my father's daughter. I'm still a part of Iduma's family. I don't just bear the name. I'm married now, so I have my own family to start. But it doesn't mean that I'm not still, and I don't still have Iduma blood running through me. So just have a meaningful conversation with your spouse. If he's cool with it, if he's comfortable with it, it's okay. I was thinking about it recently and I was asking who even brought up the idea of changing name, who even brought up the idea of you have to go and fill form. And I know somebody that I was saying that after she changed her name after 16 years, and it was not because she didn't want to change her name, but because the process of changing the name was just too long and too difficult. So she was just bearing her father's name until it finally clicked, and 16 years later it clicked. Well, I don't know, she felt kind of sad at the point that, oh, that the process took long, and anytime she thought about the process, she just stopped, like she just got discouraged and she will not continue the process. So a lot of people have reasons why they've not really changed their husband's name, and for me, just understanding between the couple. If both of you understand yourself, understand the reason why you have not changed, it's not gra. Like if the guy is saying, I want you to have my name. So it happens that before we got married, I knew where my husband stood when it got to do with changing name. Like I said, I'm not in anywhere. I'm not. If somebody asks me, what do you think about changing name, I'll tell you, talk to you that what is your own stand about it. If your stand is, I don't want to change my name, but your husband is saying, I want you to change to my name, I think you should take what your husband is saying, or come to a place where both of you agree. But if you ask me to give you my advice, I will not say change your name because it is good. I will tell you whatever works for both of you. But for me, I would change because I knew where my husband stood at that. And it wasn't a big deal for me. Like, I didn't have any reason why I should not change my name, and I didn't have to wait for him to say it, because we had talked about it. He had, not that we have really talked about it, like he had mentioned it 1 or 2 times. Why won't the woman change her name and everything? So I already knew where he stood, and he didn't like literally tell me, you must change your name when we get married. You must change it 1 week after. You must change it the next day. He didn't tell me all that. He didn't even give me any rules, but I knew where he stood when it had to do with change of name. So I didn't have to wait for him to remind me or bring it up again. So immediately we got married. In fact, I think it was that same week we got married, I went to my Facebook, I changed my name. But I don't know if my Instagram still has my father's name. I can't even remember what my Instagram handle is. For me, it was like I knew where my husband stood on it, and I didn't have to wait for him to like start saying it over and over again for me to do it. I just did it immediately, and it was even surprising when I told him that I changed somebody. A friend of mine told me that she once told me that she was not going to change her father's name. She was going to leave her father's name and maybe do a hyphenated thing. And she was one time making decisions on this person to date, and she told the person that I'm not going to change my name to your name, or I'm going to keep my father's name. And I think there were 2 different cultures and like 2 different tribes coming together. And as an Igbo man that the guy was, I knew that he was going to have a problem with that. I just knew. I think I had a problem with that. And for me, if I was to advise her, I would tell her that, girl, just change your name to this guy's name so that peace will reign in the house. Just change your name. Like, it's not going to do anything. I'm not seeing anything that this name has done to me. Like, if I go to a place and let's say somebody knows my dad, had known my dad, and I want to like try to describe myself or tell the person who this is who I am, I can just say my name is Neme. I'm the child to Reverend Francis Iduma, late Reverend Francis Iduma. That's it. I don't even have to even say my surname. Of course, the person will see that I'm married. So I don't think that changing the name would like literally do anything for you. So why shouldn't I do that? So for me, if I'm to advise anybody, I'll just say, what is you and your partner saying? If he is of the opinion that he wants you to bear his name, I think you should do that. Because for me, I believe that when you bear your partner's name, when you take his name, it means that you're totally submitted to him. You're totally submitted to him. And the Bible says that love your wife, submit totally to your husband. And for me, I believe that when you take his name, it's part of the ways of submitting totally to your spouse. I want to know your thoughts about this. What do you think? Do you think it's okay to keep your father's name? Do you think it's not okay, that you must change it? Guys, really, I want to know your opinion about this. Leave a comment, leave your comment on the comment section. Please subscribe, please share this video with somebody. I think I asked Odogu about this, and he was saying that he said something about African culture. Africans, or let's say our culture in Nigeria, believes that when you get married, you have to change your husband's name because he has paid the bride price, he has done everything. And scripturally too, he talked about it scripturally, that you're not totally submitting to the person when you don't change his name. That was his own opinion. So I come your way next time. Be good and know that I love you plenty, and I will see you next time. Bye.